What up guys, I'm Matt Field, professional Formula Drift driver. Except that was my 2017 car. This year, we're building a 2013 Chevrolet Corvette. Welcome to Field Prep. Right now I'm working on the intercooler piping. I'm welding on the Vibrant Performance Van Jan HD clamps on there. You can see that this upper one is already done and I'm starting to work on the lower. It's kind of difficult because it's got a snake in here. Be careful around the sway bar and it's tight and not a lot of fun. So I'm here, I got this one welded on and got to make it connect to there. Luckily this stuff is really nice and gives you a nice flat flange to weld to, but this is a pretty short piece of piping that's got a pretty intricate set of bends. So I'm working on it. So I got the intercooler piping done. It was a bit of a pain. It's a pretty intricate piece that snakes down there, and to be able to fit these Van Jans was a little bit difficult, but it's done and I'm gonna go ahead and weld it up, and then I gotta weld up the intercooler afterwards. So time to TIG. A lot of welding. Not bad, not bad. Definitely not the best welder, but I can get the job done at least. I gotta weld the intercooler next. I kind of did something stupid though and tacked this on without welding the HD clamp first. So now I gotta get in there, which is possible. It just would have been way easier if I would have welded the clamp on all the way and then did that. But I was just all happy that it fit and I was just like, yeah, get it done. More welding. We're getting the radiator put in. We just got a bunch of stuff back from the powder coaters, the side mounts and all those little heat shields and nifty stuff. So I think this is a bracket back from the powder coater. So we're fitting it up, kind of figuring out what hardware we're going to use because we got to get this front duct panel fit. It came out of the mold a little screwed up, I guess, and without any time to fix it or whatever, they just gave me some extra material. So we're gonna trim this, rivet on some extra material, and then go ahead and rivet it into the chassis. Looking good. First time seeing it all painted with the radiator right now. I'm gonna get this air run out, drilled out, and replaced with real hardware. Since it's just self-tapping screwed in right now, mount it up and get ready to do the rear bash bar. Since I did get the rear bumper back, and still have to mount it and do the rear bash bar. So this is step one. And then while this is mounted, I can do the trunk pins because the trunk pins are actually mounted in this box somewhere here. Got to figure that out. I'm starting to attach the roof panel to the firewall. The holes were a little off because obviously the firewall wasn't in place, like glued in like it is now. So I just got to clean it up with a couple of drills. I'm nut and bolting it in so that way it can kind of move around a little bit if it needs to. Didn't really feel like rib nutting the firewall in a million different places. Figured nut and bolt's fine, and this thing's never gonna come off. So Graham and I were trying to figure out how we can put the trunk shocks on the trunk so that you don't got to do stuff like what he's just doing with it resting on his head right here. And this is where it attaches, and I'm hoping I had this guy, and it just so happens that the nitrous bottle bracket has the same 8mm nut welded to it. I just threaded it in. I'll be able to put a nut on the back, pop this guy in there. It might work. I don't know if it will. That'd be freaking lucky. Didn't work quite as good as we thought. Good effort. More quick latches for the back. Holes are drilled. And hold on, stop shanking it, man. Anderson Composites. It's a moment of truth right here. Ooh, there's one. What about this guy? Getting the rear bumper and tail lights fit up. Come on, just say what you're doing. Rye's reassembling the doors. We just got the doors back from Carlos, so he is putting on all the moldings and trim and making it look nice, putting this kind of useless carbon fiber door handle on here, but making it look good. Carlos painted even the inside of the doors are full on gloss. Full on gloss! Just been getting edge moldings and molding and nerd things on. I don't know why, it's just weight. Trimmed it in here. Nerd level 9,000. Yes. Putting some more trim and edge molding on. Come on. Right-handed ratchet, left-handed worker. It's fitting madness over here right now from Earl's. so many things, and I've been placing as much as I can on the car, and I still have a lot to go through. Getting the front end fit up, because we have some questions about these fittings, if they're gonna clear the hood. We need to put the fenders on and check the hood height. Damn, it's looking good. Yeah, because it needs to be adjusted with it being pulled up, right? Because we got to put some rubber. We're now gonna put in the fuel safe fuel cell. These guys are just getting the fuel filler lines up in there. That's chow wrapped out with gold foily tape to keep it away from the heat. I just put the rubber and stuff on this lower panel. I'm gonna put it up right now and see if this car needs any rubber, because I think it sits against this and this or something. So just gonna check it out. I am trying to figure out how to get this Clutch Masters clutch delay valve into the chassis. So I've had the torque tube on and off a bunch of times. I put my quick disconnect for the slave in, and just trying to figure out where to mount this thing, because this thing is going to go on the inside of the trans tunnel. All right, time to drill this. Fresh paint. I got my hole drilled. I'm going to put the fitting through there and then go down on the bottom side. And today we got my dad helping me. What's up? He's had a little bit of time, so he was down here looking at a car and decided that he was gonna come stop by and help me. I've already had the torque tube and the gearbox in and out a couple of times. We're checking out the slave. Now we're setting up the clutch delay valve. So I'm gonna put this through, he's gonna tighten it from the bottom, and then I'll go down there and check it out. And it's pretty cool because what this little guy does is he actually slows down the clutch fluid. So if you clutch kick and dump the clutch or do anything like that, it'll actually release the slave slowly to making your clutch engage smoothly. So I'm in here getting the switch panel and everything ready. Gonna mount my kill switch button for the CarTech. Got to clearance it a little bit for the handbrake. And while I'm doing that, we have Jay over there building the engine harness, and Robbie from AIM Sports just showed up today to build the data harness. So I got all these things placed: pressure sensor, shock potentiometers, nitrous bottle pressure sensor, all the little things that hook up to the digital dash. And he's here to do the layout. He's obviously building it on his computer, and then once he gets it all laid out, figure out where it's gonna go. We have bulkheads and stuff to place, and then he's gonna go ahead and start building the harness. Oh, I can't wait. I'm starting to put some of the trim and stuff on, and I'm going to run the door handles because I just got this back from the No End Customs guys, and this is where the door popper and everything mounts. So I'm gonna figure out how it runs, mount the door handles, mount this piece. But honestly, it's I get so much joy putting like the little stock plastic moldings and everything back on after a car's been painted. I don't know why, it always brings me joy. Like putting these on and stuff. Ooh, I love it. Gotta not break it. Ah. Ooh, getting the door popper on. Gotta put this in. I love this stuff. Yeah. You guys remember this? A little popper. Nice. All guys for over here. I wanted to get this behind the cage as well. There was just no way I couldn't fit the big popper thing through it. This doesn't look bad though. I'll zip tie this to the cage and it's good. I took this one apart and was able to loop it so it didn't go around the cage here like that one does. So I'll probably go redo that other side. Should have done it. I got these little nylon P-clamps. I'm gonna clamp it right here to the stock hole since it already has a hole. I even could worry about which way the P-clamp goes. I want it to go this way to hold the line down, hold it more tension. These are things I actually think about, actually. I'm under the car right now. It's looking pretty fancy with all this gold heat protection that Chow did. And these fresh back from the powder coater, these are like the OEM heat shields that go right in there. So I'm gonna attach those. Damn, it's gonna look good. Yeah, that looks good. Getting really close to running out of things to do. Need to build a bash bar. We're gonna need the motor soon and be able to go to town. Right now I'm working on the rear bash bar. I got the tube all bent up. Put the bumper on. Have my plates here, so I just got to figure out what kind of setback we have. My dad's putting in the Cool Shirt ice box right now. It's the end of the week. Got a lot done this week for sure. I just got the rear bash bar done today. My dad's been here all day today. This is my dad if you didn't know him. He got the seat brackets all fit out, the seat figured out, cool box placed. We got the dash back in, made some modifications to a bunch of stuff. Got the rear cross member kind of ground down where it was close to the oil pump stuff here. We put the transmission in and out probably 3 times, getting the slave and everything set up. So all right, that's it for the week. Thanks for watching, and make sure you stay posted for the last few episodes. We're getting close. We're gonna be doing a sweet reveal once the car's all done. You don't want to miss that, trust me. Let me know what you think. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys at Long Beach.